Morning troops. Couldn't let it go. Another day, another river. I decided use up the rest of my bait, pack all my pike gear away at the end of this session. So I'm hoping to catch a few before midday-ish, 1 o'clock, and then I'll pack up and wrap all my gear up till next October. Or this October rather. Yeah, so I was packing up last night, and what I do, I keep saying I'm a tight git, and if I use 3/4 of a fish as bait and I chop the head off or whatever, I keep them all. Sometimes I blend them up, sometimes I use them as bait if I'm desperate, but last night I threw them in. So whole way along the swim, it's the same swim as yesterday, the whole way along the swim I've introduced, when it was dark, I introduced loads of fish sections, only like inch blocks like that, 2 inches at the most, and I've peppered them all along the whole stretch. Now obviously the current's going to take them down and out the way of places, but there's plenty of, I'm hoping there's plenty of bait down there, and the pike have come through the night, and you know, the old pike sensors have worked. What's that? Because some of them were stinking. So they're in there, and as I arrived there was a pike right in the margins. I don't know if the camera picked it up while I was setting up, so I've plonked a bait right on its nose straight away, but he didn't take it. It was chasing fry. Can't tell how big they are from the splash and the swirl, can you? So but it was definitely down there chasing the fry, so I stuck a bait down there. Didn't work. So this is it for me, troops. This is the last pike session of the winter. It's all, you know, we've got a week to go for all you guys out there. I hope you get out on the bank and catch yourself a PB, or just fill your boots, have a good day. It's been a tough old season for everyone. So here's hoping that everyone has a nice end to the season. It's not as cold as I thought it was going to be. 0 degrees when I left the house, which is quite pleasant for piking weather. I'd say almost perfect. There's a bit of a frost, grass frost. Not a hard frost, just a grass frost. It's a bit of cloud, it's overcast. Geese make some racket, don't they? Yeah, it's nice and overcast. You know, let's hope we have a perfect day, eh? For a change. Let's hope everything's plain sailing and we fill our boots. And Mr. Seagull keeps hovering around. He's looking for bait. He kept me company most of yesterday and all looking for bait. Amazing how they hone in on a fisherman. Miles and miles and miles of river. They find you. Whoa, 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 whoa. That pike's back in the margin. Let's get in position. Well, I've been fishing 2 hours now. That initial excitement and adrenaline rush of seeing a pike chasing down fry in the margins, that's been and gone. Put a bait right on its nose, totally preoccupied with a fry. So I stuck the paternostered rig in front of it with a small fish, 18 inches to 2 foot off the bottom. See if it would attack that. Nothing. So We've got 3 rods out. I'll show you the swim in a second. You know, I didn't want to get too close to the swim to show you the swim earlier, in case I spooked that pike, but yeah, it's been and gone. There's nothing happening at the moment. It's dead calm, dead still. There's a little bit of a breeze, not much. What breeze there is coming into my face a little bit. So most of it's passing over the river. It's overcast, the light levels are brilliant. The river's not running off. I pre-baited last night. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have just gone somewhere else, but I pre-baited last night, so I was sort of more or less pushed into fishing this swim again. We only had 1 jack out of it yesterday, and at the moment, 8:30, been fishing 2 hours, and we ain't had a touch yet. So let's crack on. Got to do a lot of work today. I want to really try and get some fish out of here before the season's over for me. Let's attack this. The wife just phoned me up. What time will you be home? I said, oh, I said, my original plan was lunchtime, so I'll stick to that. So I've got 4 hours fishing, I reckon. 4 hours to save the season. Let's do it. There's a left hand rod at the moment. Bang centre of the river. It's not a great deal of depth there. It's only 8-9 foot out there in the middle. That's half a herring. The tail section has been boosted with oil already. Not much joy out of that so far. Well, not much joy out of anything, I've just told you, haven't I? There's the middle rod. That's like 3-4 rod lengths out. Where I would normally be fishing for tench and roach and stuff in the summer. No joy there. And the right hand rod, that's a whole sardine. Painted gold. And that middle rod is paternostered small sprat with a bait suspended about 2 foot off the deck. So you got about 8 foot there, so bait's down about 6 foot. That was a winning method yesterday. If I ain't had anything on one of the bottom baits by 10 o'clock, I shall change one of them over to a paternostered rig as well and see if we can get some action, because it's at the moment it's hard work. Today's session slowly grinding to a halt. Just had a really bitter cold sleet shower, horizontal. Jets are going potty. Everything's extreme apart from the fishing. I've switched things up again now. I've got 2 rigs out, my right hand rod and my middle rod are both paternostered. Small baits, suspended about 2 foot off the bottom. My left hand rod's a whole Joey mackerel. Can you hear me even over these jets? The left hand rod's a whole Joey mackerel. Got the baits in. It was just enough of a sleet shower. Everything was starting to go white, but soon melted off. Just enough to get everything wet. But the rods are in the water. We're ready to go. Well, he says. Hopefully we'll have a pike before it's time to pack up. Whew. Trust me, it picked the worst week of the year to go pike fishing. Elements have been against us the whole time. We've had 1 jack, and that's it. Still, crack on. I ain't going to get downhearted, just keep going. That big girl could be just around the corner. So, gonna have a nice hot cup of coffee and a couple of sausage rolls, I think. Woohoo! Are you on the bank in this? Not that bad, really. Just need a fish to warm things up. Well, it's fast approaching midday. I've been sleeted on. The wind's blown in my face, blown to the side. I've had all sorts this morning. The only thing we ain't had is a run of any description. Looked quite promising when I arrived. There was a pike chasing down fry, but he was so preoccupied with chasing the fry, didn't go anywhere near my deads. It's been a long, hard winter this season. I haven't had the greatest of ends to the season. I mean, from late November onwards, it's been hard work, it's been hard graft, and I can tell from the comments, I'm not the only one, there's a lot of people who've been struggling this season. But yeah, I booked me 3 days off over 6 months ago, and you're in the lap of the gods with the weather this time of year, and it hasn't been ideal, it hasn't been brilliant, but today and the prior 2 days, you know, been shocking. We've had 3 different venues, 3 different days, and taken a bit of a kicking really, but that's the way it goes. That's my pike season over. I really do hope that a few of you are going to get out and catch a few pike before the season finishes. That's me done. I promise to be home by 2. I'm going to have a slow pack up all my gear for the summer, break all my rods down, pack my reels away and everything. That'll take me an hour or 2. I'll try and draw it out as long as possible, but yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, troops. Sorry I couldn't end the season with a biggie. I might be tagged on the end of this. You know what I mean? The baits are still in the water, I can still get a run. As I always say, all it takes is 1 run to change your whole season. But at the moment, it ain't looking too clever. I really do appreciate all the views, all the likes, and we'll be out very shortly carping. I've booked a couple of days off work mid-March. Thought I'd be on strike and it's my long weekend off, but the strike's been cancelled apparently, so but I'm already off, already booked, so I can't do any money grabbing for overtime. So yeah, we'll be fishing for carp on the lake. We carp up to £40. That'll be my next trip out. For now, sadly, it's the end of the river season and I haven't capped it off yet. If it's tagged on the end of this, it'll be a woohoo! But I don't think so. Thanks for watching, guys.